Hello friends, good morning from my seed starting area where I'm seeing very many exciting things that I want to share with you. I will not take a long time here. I just want to show you what's kind of growing here, and then I want to show you what I'm working on outside. Okay, so firstly, my geraniums are doing amazing. I have some that did not make it. I started a few different trays, so I'm not too worried about the random germination on a couple of these. The seeds were old, so I was reusing seeds, finally, I should say, using seeds that I have had for a while. But I am very excited. I've got 3 trays with, I think I counted something close to 30 seedlings. So that's really exciting. I just started some celosia, so there's nothing on that yet. These are my dahlia seedlings. Oh, I'm excited about that. I have some lupin I started from seed. I've never grown lupin from seed before. That is the Lavaterra, which is rose mallow. I've got straw flowers in the back there. I've got nasturtiums coming up. Look at this guy. That's usually an indication that there's not enough light and it's stretching, but that one shot up like that above all of the others like right away. It's really weird, and they're all getting the same light, so it's just an anomaly, I guess. And then I've got some snapdragons. I'm not seeing anything on the snapdragons yet. I did accidentally put these on the heat mat, and they don't like heat, so I just pulled them off of the heat mat. So hopefully now that I did that, it will help them to germinate. They don't want the heat. This is, what is this? Looking for my tag. Oh, this is the campanula, and that's taken a long time too. I started some foxgloves the other day, and that's it for my, oh, and then my sweet peas, of course. Hold on. If I can get my knees down. There we go. Look at all my beautiful sweet peas. All right, that's a quick update. Now let's go outside. Well, first, a little quick pit stop here. One of my friends on Instagram just messaged me and said, hey, look at my beautiful ivy that I started. I watched a video. I put out a video last year making a little ivy vine in my kitchen. This is the one, and she showed me hers, and it is absolutely beautiful. So I just wanted to show you that. It's looking really great after 1 year. It's put on a ton of growth. I love it. Oh no, it's starting to rain. What the heck? It's sure that it wasn't gonna rain until 1 o'clock today. It has been absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I've been taking care, I'm sorry, rather, my brain is a mush right now. I've been taking advantage of the last few beautiful days. We've gotten up into 60s. Oh, it has just been fantastic. And I know it's fake, and it's gonna get back into the 20s like next week. So I'm enjoying it while I can, and I'm trying not to let it convince me that it's spring. Anywho, I have been doing a bit of cleanup out here. I usually leave the leaves, and I don't trim anything back. You can see I still have a lot of plants I'm not trimming back because those are providing a good source of food and shelter for pollinators, beneficial insects, wildlife. I don't disrupt any of that. However, this bed in particular, I did rake up very much in this area especially. You can still see there's still a lot of leaves, but all along here, because like I said, I leave the leaves every year, but last year I had a massive box elder bug infestation, and while they don't bite and they don't cause damage to the plants, they are looking for shelter, and they're just a nuisance. I had literally thousands of them in my greenhouse. I spent a good portion of spring last year getting rid of box elder bugs that were crawling everywhere in every crevice of the greenhouse, and they were all congregating under the leaf litter that comes down from my neighbor's maple here. I think it's a silver maple. It's a terrible tree, but anyway, so I made sure really good to clean up anything that was against the greenhouse and anything close to the greenhouse, because you could see swarms of them underneath of it. So I had to do what I had to do in that situation. Now you'll notice, since we were pointed in this direction, that some things have shifted around a little bit. I moved the fountain over here. I originally had a bird bath out here, and always felt like it was lacking a little something here. So after having the fountain in the center of this space here, last year, and I think the year before as well, because this area is pretty new actually. Anyway, I had the fountain in the center, and when we first put it there, I thought it might be a temporary thing because I didn't know how the maneuverability would be here and how comfortable it would be to walk around. It was bad. I knew it would be, but the fountain started out kind of in front of that obelisk, the corner of the greenhouse. So really we only had like the energy and the ambition and the drive at that point in time after making this area to move it from there to there. And we're like, okay, we'll leave it there. I'll let it marinate for a while and see. But in the back of my mind, I always knew it might be a temporary thing. So I could not move. I could not move in this space. And if I couldn't move around, it was just, what's the point? I mean, there's having, it's nice to have the beautiful things and the pretty things. But if they are just like so severely impacting your productivity that you can't even do anything and it's frustrating, then what's even the point? So Mark and I moved it over here this past weekend. Actually, I do need to cover it back up again. I keep covers on my fountains because many years ago I had a fountain crack because I prematurely removed the cover and we had a freeze, and like right now it's raining, and what's happening, the rain is going into the basin and then it's going to crack. So I'm gonna have to get that cover on there right away actually before it fills up, and then the freeze and thaw process can crack your terracotta, can crack your concrete pieces. So I cover everything. I love the way it looks here. I think it looks so good. Now this is a little dogwood tree I planted. It was actually back a bit further because again, I don't like the look of this tree. And look, you can see like, it's just not good. So I thought, the dogwood there would eventually fill in and kind of hide that and be really, really pretty next to the greenhouse. But I am going to move it a little bit that way. I started to dig, but I was hitting so many roots that I got to get my loppers and really get in there. It is currently in the hole where, what else is missing? The birdhouse on the post. I'm not getting rid of it. Don't panic. I love it. It's like my signature thing, but it's always felt to me a little bit out of place. It was here before the greenhouse was here, when we had our little potting shed here, and it just looked a bit better to me. And it always kind of looked like, I don't know, like out of place, forced here. And now with the fountain here, it really just looked like a conglomeration, and everything was just like there was too many things visually in this space. I like the boxwood there. I think the boxwood topiary looks beautiful there. So my next job is to get the loppers, cut out some of the surface roots that are there, and move that tree over a bit so it's a little bit more behind the fountain. And yeah, so that's that. Now the birdhouse and the post is going to be in this area somewhere. Now last year we put these two fence panels in, and we did that. It was affordable, it was easy and fast. These are like really easy. They have metal posts that go into the ground. You don't need to use concrete or anything like that. So we did this with just the two panels because we wanted to see how it looked, get a feel of it before we did anything more permanent. So now this year we are going to extend it a little bit, and I think that I'm going to go with just like a wood picket that's not white, since we have the white shed, which, by the way, can I tell you how excited I am about the shed? I've for years talked about getting rid of those angle brackets, remember? And they were such a nuisance. We imagined that the previous owners must have put them there because maybe the shed was starting to rack a bit. But Mark put really secure, awesome beams inside with we have a concrete floor in there now. See, before when I moved in, the shed had a dirt floor, and since then, it's really come a long way. I've got a concrete floor in there now, so we've got massive beams supporting from the inside on the concrete floor. So we were able to remove those angle brackets. And that just changed everything. And then, of course, you know, we replaced the garage door with these beautiful doors, and it just makes me so happy. I'll say it quick because everybody always wants to know, where do I park? We park out front. This was never a garage when I moved in. It was a shed with a dirt floor and double doors. I made the decision after I moved in that I wanted it to be a one-car garage. So I had the double doors taken out. My dad removed them. My dad actually installed an electric door. So we kind of forced it to be a one-car garage. I used to bang the car doors into the wall because it was so small. I actually had like a little stop sign in the back that when my car would tap it, it would blink so that I knew I wasn't going to hit the wall. It was never meant to be a garage. But since you know, my garden friends have seen it as a garage. They, you know, they're always like, well, where do you park now? We park in the very long remaining driveway and out front as well. Plenty of parking. Anywho, so the doors look great. The brackets are gone. Mark built that fabulous pergola last year that I'll be able to reestablish a new dawn rose, which I have planted again. We lost my beautiful new dawn rose in the process of all the work and moving and everything. Oh, it's really starting to rain out here. I'm gonna go in a minute. But anyway, so we're gonna put wood fence panels here, which will blend in better. They won't stand out as much. And we're gonna have it come to the end of the shed and wrap around, and then probably have it return around to the end of the greenhouse too, and just kind of you know, connect the pieces so you don't have these weird random openings. And we'll still have the opening right here, which is all I really need. And there's a little walkway here too, so I won't be trapping myself. I don't ever want to be trapped. I have blocked myself into uncomfortable situations, like I did with the fountain, like we did with our prior picket fence, and I want to be able to just walk freely, and I'll be able to do so even with these areas. But that's it. That's just a quick update. That's just like a quick, here's what's happening right now. A little bit of cleanup to try and get rid of that box elder bug problem I had last year. Moved the fountain. We'll be putting the birdhouse on a post here inside the picket fence. And yeah. Oh, can you tell that I'm excited and getting ready to come out and garden? Oh, all right. I'm going to cover up my fountain because I don't want it to fill up and I don't want it to freeze. And I hope to connect with you guys probably next week. I'm going to try and give you guys an update once a week. All right. I will talk to you then. Bye-bye.